an agreement that Train would be the key to the series for Titan. It was far from victory, and now Dignitas have a chance to send it home on Mirage.
Yep, their pick, the map there, I would say is their home ground, really. That's where they've been known to have their best results on LAN especially. And after that performance as well, it seems like only one player really turned up from Titan. That was Smiths.
Yeah, definitely. As we pointed out, they only won one round outside after the pistol round, and then the second and third round. So only one weapon round one on T side is obviously not enough. The good thing for Titan, I guess, is that they get to start on CT side and on this map. So if they get an early start and get Dignitas in a not feeling comfortable, I guess, is something that they could go with. But I do think Dignitas is the better team on this map, fairly.
Yeah,
simply.
I like their play style on this. They used to be very reliant on set pieces and set executes now, but I think they've kind of changed that mentality. They utilize a lot of mid control here, and they do connector splits from lower ramp as well. They work together very well in that fashion, and kind of split the attention between the CTs between both areas and make a lot of frags like that. They've got some very clever smokes as well that assist them in getting out of those sort of areas. So watch out. This is probably a perfect way to show you how to play Mirage sometimes. They have a very good approach to it.
Yeah, they also have this strategy. I think a bunch of other teams have adopted as well, where traditionally when you do an A strat execute, you throw smokes and then you go after they've landed. But what they actually do is they throw the smokes and they'll flash as the smokes are flying in. They'll go into the side before the smokes actually land to give them more time actually being on the bomb site once the smokes are down. So look for that happening as well.
Does that not, though, and I guess that's where you're saying the flash timing comes in, because if they're still not down, then it does give a choice for a counter pick.
It comes with the flashes being effective, basically.
Oh, that's interesting.
And hitting your shots, obviously.
Yeah, because it does.
But there's only a time span of a couple of seconds or so between them attacking the site and the smokes going down.
Could give potential to the op on CT stairs, so we'll have to see if the economy can build up and let Smiths get rolling, but chances are they'll have that toward the window. Either way, it will be Titan that gets to choose the side this time, as it is Dignitas map, and as such, we'll see them start out on the defensive side, which could be saving grace in a sense, because if their T-side on this map is as lackluster as Train, don't count on this going too far. Remember, it was only one gun round on Train. 4 total.
That's just at the CT side. Definitely an opportunity to get back into the series. 2 maps to go potentially still yet. I predicted a 2-1 in favour of Titan, but I'm feeling a little bit worried about that result now, considering what I just watched.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, that was quite convincing, without a doubt, and actually perhaps less so by Dignitas as it was by Titan, looking worrying.
And I think the scoreline didn't really do it justice. Titan did well to get a few rounds towards the end there, but at that stage, we were just waiting for it to end. Unfortunately for me, I think it should have been a much greater score margin, but either way, you're going to map number 2. Second game tonight. If you missed it earlier, Fnatic did take down Mouse Sports 2-1. Surprise map from Mouse Sports as well, so that was quite cool to watch.
Yeah, very good. And it was Next that was absolutely insane on that map.
And now we go into match number 2. So we map number 2. And obviously this is still the upper bracket of group number 2. So winner of this goes on to play Fnatic. Loser goes down, plays Mouse Sports.
And then that one will be for elimination and last chance qualifier, which already has the likes of Kingwin, Na'Vi, Virtus Pro making it through, Na'Vi and TSM in it. So is that really where you want to find yourself?
You don't really want to be anywhere near any of those teams, to be honest, but yeah, better than being eliminated.
Quick server reset. I know there was issues with shocks that were trying to be resolved. That was what we're waiting on, and then we'll get underway.
I think it was the E-bot not functioning.
Oh, was it? All right, well, there you go. I love that we're seeing repetitive confetti shots.
The confetti cannons.
So you talked a little bit about the A hit. Aside from hitting shots on the way through Natu, what is there a way to counter that? Is, mid-presence going to have to be sacrificed in order to control that take from Dignitas on the A site?
More Molotovs. Molotovs are the key point. Molotoving a slope is just going to be that thing, basically. A lot of the time you have someone playing Shadow, you got to be ready with flashing pretty early, bouncing off that wall to make the people that come up the slope really blind and make the push ineffective as much as possible early on.
Shots coming in the pre-game. I feel like we should just start casting it if we have to wait much longer.
Well,
But
you
we
don't
are
have
getting
to.
ready.
So we will have Team Dignitas on the T side of Mirage. Remember, this is their pick, a map they should favor after taking down Titan on their map, D-Train. So Mirage definitely a map known for its smoke capabilities. You can frame pretty much anywhere on the map. And we can see now MSL will be picking one of those smoke grenades. All the other players, though, going for armor. 5 players heading towards B right now. Let's see whether they will go to underpass. It looks like a straight-up B rush here. As well, Tyson be ready for this. Only one player waiting for them.
And Existence, who's fallen off of that window position, won't be able to rotate quite so quickly. He's going to have to get on the flank. And MSL's already taken Maniac. So what does Smiths do? He's got to slow up, hit the brakes, and let his team get in behind him. Pimp's ready for this as well. As we said, Existence would have to go with the flank, hitting that shot. They'll be aware now that he's there. There won't be the element of surprise, but it's still a man down, and that brings it back to 4 versus 4. Nico going forward, though, will take Smiths as he works through. Can he find his second one? Oh, the bullets are running low, and RPK was running lower, so Nico goes down. MSL, though, with 1-4 more parting gift, leaves Kjerby with low HP a chance to try and pull them off that bomb. Not going to happen. Do they have it? Yes, kit for shocks.
So that was a big kill from Existence. They're in-house. Without a kill, that would have been close to impossible of a round to win.
Yeah, surprising they actually retook that site. When you get into the B site and you have such a convincing entry as well, you take the first kill, you get the bomb down. That retake should almost be impossible, but like Natu said, that entry kill, taking down the player up in the B apartments there from Existence, very influential, and got into the site, and they just worked together at that stage, and they had the kit more importantly. So bomb did go down for Dignitas. Looks like they'll be looking towards the 3rd round instead of the 2nd. Not investing too heavily into this. A couple of P250s, a Tech 9 as well. And the CT side, so mainly a rifle setup, but P90 and Mag 7 chucked in for fun as well. And they'll be making sure they don't want to drop any frags here whatsoever, as they'll probably be aware of what's coming next round.
Smith's looking at that underpass where the activity will occur. Smurf shot for Existence, who's actually finding the kills, and that now does allow the round to fall in their favor quite convincingly. Existence coming out from Catwalk was able to find the first 2 in middle. I thought it would be more favorable from Connector, but that's not where the kills came from in the end.
So they were more than aware of what's going on, and now they've got the P90 and the Mag 7. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something a little bit more aggressive from the Titan side. They probably want to go and get that initial frag and work out what's going on.
3rd round by.
Let's get it going on here. No middle aggression so far from the CT. He's going to be waiting. Actually, I say that one player does go into underpass. That's going to be Smiths.
He's there quickly as well. Pimp's gone by him. He'll have heard Pimp as well push into that kitchen area. RPK opening up on Kjerby, but watch for Smiths. There it is. That pillar gets in his way. Oh, thankfully he hits that effectively and doesn't lose any HP, but that could have been a problem, as AZ now will get back to Existence. So the AKs finally finding an opening on the map. Smiths and Maniac already picking up 2 of their own, though, in response. Nico getting shocks, gives an opening. Smiths now has to be a lot more careful, and they've come up Catwalk already. We can see them just to his left, and MSL looking for the peek, and the flash was perfectly timed, but that was from Maniac, who blinded his teammates, so MSL got that kill. And the second flash is equally ineffective because it bounces off the window. So again, poor execution from Titan. Results to Dignitas getting a bomb down and having the man advantage on the post plant. Watch for Nico and MSL to continue this crossfire setup. It means AZ doesn't even have to show himself yet from the van. He's in a great position to come out late and take down the remaining Titan players after his teammates do damage or find their location. That's going to be the case, and AZ looks to the peak now. RPK's on 12 HP. AZ's going to finish it.
So Titan took the risk there, essentially, keeping the P90 and the Mag 7. We saw Smiths going into the underpass, narrowly getting the kill in his favor, and there'll be apartments there. And unfortunately for them, Dignitas went very fast up short and made the kills work in their favor. Bomb goes down, and Titan not out of this just yet. Obviously, saving that money. They can get an AWP out, so this round's still going to be very competitive.
They're setting up as well, Dignitas, for this A take. We'll see if it's going to be as you talked about. They've got Kjerby forward already on that A ramp, and you're right, smokes are over, they're already in. So great call and great scouting report from you, Natu, and they don't get those counter picks, so now Dignitas have room to breathe. But watch RPK's position because he is forward of most of those smokes. Meanwhile, the kills, though, all go the way of Dignitas. RPK's still alive. He could still make this work from underneath the shadow. 1 and 2, and bomb down, low HP. It's RPK who had the perfect position looking for more. He's done his job, though, as he eventually will expire, but it leaves it to a one-on-one, and Dignitas with just enough to close it, despite RPK's heroics.
What an amazing entry from Dignitas, getting into the bomb site, completely wrecking the bomb site, but RPK going absolutely huge from shadow area, Dignitas maybe getting a little bit apprehensive, not checking that properly. But there we go, though. It's going to be a round in the favor of Dig, but this is the replay from RPK. Nice work from him, this final player.
Yeah, outside of that RPK madness, I mean, it was a textbook version of what I described to you guys earlier, getting those entries.
Here we go. 2 MAC-10s for Dignitas. They know what kind of round's coming before them. 2 recon players leading the charge, those MAC-10s. Want to find his first entry kill. There it is.
Easy actually overlooked Maniac, which allowed him to get MSL, but they respond swiftly. That was a pretty good kill, yeah. Bit of luck there for Maniac. Bomb down again. 3 players up just with the pistols. No kits. Look for exits at this point, Titan. And that's what they're looking to do. RPK will wait towards CT spawn. Shocks will cover off mid, and Smiths get inside the apartment. So 1 in each exit point to try and do some potential damage onto the terrorist side. It's not going to work out for RPK, at least. Dignitas will make it 3 now total, all in response to the opening picks from Titan.
Yep, so the last 2 guys remaining now. Shoxy just waiting, and I don't think anything's going to come of this. They probably just want to be saving their PT-50s, trying to find some exit frags there, but unfortunately that's a round that's going to go heavily in the Dignitas' favor. Going into the bomb site, Maniac finding 1 pretty important kill there, but Titan not going to be too far gone with the economy. You can see 1 player there, Smiths, with the Desert Eagle in hand. Can't really justify anything else right now, but the bad news is for Titan, 1 kit, no incendiaries and 2 smokes to play. It's going to be a difficult round for them. AZ actually keeping that MAC-10 and Nico picking the AWP now.
Getting in mid early as well. Dignitas, they'll take the fight directly as AZ, thank you very much, he'll the upgrade to the rifle, but maybe should have stayed with the MAC-10. That rifle was cursed, as both people to hold on to it so far have perished. Smith's getting the trade. Gives Titan a bit more of a chance, and they'll bring Shocks back into the site to join Smiths, who's now inside of the window room. In fact, go further than that through the vents to join his compatriot Maniac inside the B site. Bomb's coming back over to A, though.
So the thing about this round is now the CTs have no view on what's going on middle. We can see Shoxy there waiting for it. He knows he can't really face his angle as well. He has no idea what's on the other side of that archway. He's now making their way up. There's a push from short from RPK, trying to get some information. Pimp does take him down.
Shocks is going to go for the same thing, though, because he called that was the bomb on Nico. So if Shocks could beat them to it, it might work out. But MSL might be the problem with that whole play. He could stop it dead cold, and, well, that's pretty easy when you see a gun sticking out that far, is it not? So good read by MSL. He'll be able to walk in now, cover off his teammates. From jungle, bomb will go down to Pimp, and MSL's actually going to continue to get aggressive. Shot in his favor towards Smiths, but Maniac's there for the trade, down to a 1 versus 2. Not going to happen for Titan.
So, like I talked about, the T's getting into that connector area from middle very fast, locking down the first frag, getting the round in their favor. He came down to a 4-4, but you still have to give them the edge there. And this was a nice little 1 shot from Smiths. Only had a deagle that round, but the headline is Dignitas taking another round on the board. What was interesting there as well, RPK forced to go for some information on the A round just because they lost full mid control, had nothing to play with. He pushed in, found the bomb, but then MSL with that lurk came and knocked him out. And looks like another full-on B rush now from Team Dignitas. They really have found their mojo.
Well, they're going against Maniac, who does have a 5-7 again and 15 HP only. Good shot, though. Again, he finds the opening kill, despite not having the firepower in his favor. Kirby was the one to get him down in the end, and now AZ will push, as will MSL. And each find a kill as the bomb is in place. RPK. Step back and look for exits more than likely. He's got armor. Might be worth holding on to just that into the next round, along with the P250, but they'll bring up rifles regardless.
So again, we saw this happen on train. Titan winning the pistol round, and then in 5 in a row after the second round.
To be honest with you, Titan needs to have more presence in the middle. No matter if the A-strats
they're leaving it
there.
open right now, aren't they?
Yeah, they need to really use much more manpower there.
Well, we see a lot of teams pushing up, or 2 or 3 people at the top of mid, just to kind of lock down that initial presence from the T side. And we can see they have decent money now.
Yeah, there's nothing to be scared of when you're Dignitas right now, when you're going to middle. It's just, walk in the park right now. You can do whatever. And what Dignitas tried to do is they're going to try to play one player into connector or short B, and then depending on which one of the 2 they get, they're just going to fall back and make an attack on either A side or B side from A slope or B house.
Right, here's the reaction from Titan now. Double up set up for them. Existence and Smiths picking that up. No presence towards middle still, though. It's going to be Shoxy there towards the middle.
And they are setting up for this A execution again. The difference is that they aren't forward already on the A ramp, so the smokes this time will be in bloom before they hit. And does the Molotov ever come in to cancel it? No, it doesn't. There is one on Sandwich, but that's thrown by the T's to check to make sure there's not a CT there. Smith's on top of Ticket. Is that going to be spotted? No, because there is a counter flash that's well-timed for Titan, finally getting something rolling, but Nico will drop that AWP, and their best line of defense gone. The bomb is planted in the open, though, mind you. RPK, that smoke dissolves. It takes him a while to react and eventually does get MSL, but Dignitas still in favor of the initial kills by 1. As Maniac and Existence have a very weak Kierby against Nico and Pimp as well, though, might still be the problem. And there it is. Kierby's gone. 2 versus 2. Post-plant situation. Can Maniac flush it out? Does find Nico, and now they've got a chance. Smoke's going to be in place here as Maniac will try and stick this, and Existence gets the all-important final kill.
What I don't really understand is why Titan doesn't Molotov all the way into A slope when they see those smokes coming in. That would have really, really slowed down that attack from Dignitas and made it much more easier for the CTs to rotate on A site. Not really looking that good for Titan, actually. It was Existence getting those 2 picks that saved the day for Titan more than anything.
Well, that's the first and 5 they've taken. And as we normally say, this puts them in a very fragile position. Dignitas have been formidable so far, and if they win this round, it's going to reset the cash for Titan. It could cost them 2.
Existence baits out a shot at mid as we watch Nico reset right now. Pimp's made it around the corner. MSL AZ behind the boxes. That last smoke we saw thrown should land at jungle, and it does. Actually top a connector. I take that back. So interesting bounce.
Tied with no presence in short B at all. They don't try and flash themselves into middle to try to take control there.
And it's interesting that they haven't, because the round that Existence did early on, he ended up picking up 4 kills. Yes, it was an anti-eco, but still, it showed that it paid off, and AZ's able to close out on connector. That means A is now a little more open. However, the bomb's still over on that catwalk. So what's the call going to be as they trade again? And MSL from catwalk turns back to hit Shocks inside connector. They'll now go on A with Kierby's pick on Smiths because there's no one else left. It's another bomb site in favor of the terrorists. And like you said, Henry, this will reset if they don't pull this off. And they're already saving, at least it appears so, on Titan's side.
Yeah, they have to, really. Going into the next round, probably about $1,400 each. You can see you can see Smiths has $1,500 in the bank, so the Shocks was still not enough to buy next round. So another abysmal round, to be honest, from Titan, not allowing any sort of knowledge to be gained at the start of the round.
Yeah, it's just miserable watches right now because they're basically Existence in window. He's not taking anything right now. What they should be doing is, like, once they see Dignitas actually go in the middle, they're going to flash over here, and then you're going to peek from 3 different angles, from connector, from window, from short B, and make it uncomfortable for terrorists, and take that battle area on, because they know Dignitas likes to do that. They try to go to middle, they try to take an area, and then go together to one of the bomb sides, and if they get the picks, Kierby is just going to show himself from the apps and get that free kill on A side, and it's round over.
Well, they have saved the AWP. They have set an M4 here, but looking pretty weak across the board. Apart from that, they are going to force into this by the looks of things. P90 being bought by Shocks, by Smith, sorry, and RPK and Shocks will be settling on pistols. A difficult round to imagine them winning this one. So all 5 players for Dignitas heading towards the B site once again. They have favoured this quite a lot on their anti-ecos.
And interestingly enough, the one round they don't put mid pressure on. Existence does go to peek it from short with the AWP. He'll have the reverse angle down toward the apartments to fire into. Maniac's on the ledge, but Maniac's flash has to fall off of it. Now Existence needs to get in position. They've also got a player in market, so quick rotations right now from Titan, who don't necessarily have the perfect buy, but are getting the opening picks until MSL cancels it. There's Smiths coming in with the P90 until Nico and Kierby trouble up. And that's going to now leave Titan in a 2 versus 2. Still have the AWP in play, and RPK's P90 up close could be the problem as it takes down Pimp. To Nico, not able to hit that shot, so close. RPK's going to push onto him with the SMG. How does he not hit it? He's on the pistol.
He must have run out.
Yeah, he did run out of bullets just as he came around the corner.
Well, a round that was very scrappy, to say the least, but Titan do keep themselves alive.
Yeah, they had 3 people in B. It still came down to 1-on-1. It felt like when Dignitas got in there, it should have been really hard for them to get anything going.
Double op set up as well right now for Titan.
So we saw Existence pushing off short that time, actually getting some more info. It looks like he will be doing that again. He's heading towards B and going to short, so maybe he's realised he does need to have that more aggressive mentality in mid.
And the second op, which is in the hands of Smith, went toward connectors, so they took the 2 off angles to try and hold mid rather than go to window, which is commonly smoked. Didn't have the spawn to beat it, so why bother? Shocks, meanwhile, will get the opening kill. AZ's responded, but Shocks doubling up has given Titan a great chance now. MSL, though, might be a problem for Shoxy, as he knows now he's got problems in that part of the map, but a great repeak with that pop flash. Meanwhile, though, it does give the nade to Pimp, but luckily it came in after Shox could pick up that kill because now Titan's got the man advantage. Pimp's not done, though, pushing forward and switching out for the AWP. It's back to 2 versus 2 plus bomb plant. Watch Maniac. He's on the flank. We see it in the left picture. Can't hit the first shot, though, and his position's given up. Still manages to find Pimp. And it's left to AZ, and they know where he is because Maniac's already spotted him. He's managed to climb the ladder at least, so it's down to 1-on-1. Can AZ do this? Oh, my goodness me, that was close.
God, was it close. Pim doing some great work in CT spawn there, neutralizing the AWPer, giving himself great positional advantage, allowing his teammate to plant the bomb safely as well. But that lurk coming in from A ramp really did throw a cat among the pigeons there. As it comes down to a 2-on-2, make it a 1-on-1. And the 10 HP remaining on Maniac could have gone either way, but another round salvage by Titan. And I think that's how many is that in a row? I think that's 2 in a row for them now. So still pretty weak in terms of the money. All these rounds coming down to right down to the wire last 2 times. So they need to start getting rounds more convincingly. Dignitas will buy up into this. 5 rifles in the first time we haven't had an AWP in a very long time. But heavy mid control coming in once again. All 5 players with Dig heading up mid fast.
MSL Nico down already. They'll be the first to confront Shox, and he lines them up. Hardly losing HP, and he'll swap to the AK so he's got more ammo, but Smiths now joins in the party, jumping out from the window until AZ gets back into him, but that also means AZ's spotted, communicated, and taken down. RPK to finish it.
Yep, so Shox taking matters into his own hands. 3 kills for him last round. And there's another 3 for him there. So very strong play individually from him. Shut that rush down completely. And you can see here, this lines up perfectly for him. 2 kills, like you said, didn't really take that much HP. And picks up the AK, gets another. So now, finally, broken Dignitas. They're going to be on an eco here.
And this all goes back to round 10. That force from Titan. They've picked up 2 after that as well, giving themselves a chance in this half.
Oh, here we go then. It's going to be the eco from Dig. All 5 players heading towards the B apartments once again. They have got one flashbang, so Maniac will be waiting for them now.
Needs to be careful, though, because he is far enough forward. They got 2 on that last peek. They lined it up for him. 4 in total against the anti-eco. Well done for Maniac, but MSL still has bomb. Unfortunately, they've all rotated on top of him. MSL sure to go down at any second, and that will give Titan back the lead 7-6 as we get to the close of the first half. Just 2 more rounds to go.
Yeah, it's been beneficial for Titan to play more aggressive in the middle, like we've just noticed. Shoxy really taking matters into his own hands, as well as Smith's coming into play as well. So keep doing that.
Yeah, I think since they've started putting existence on shore, Shoxy and the connector, they really have synergized a lot more and actually able to shut down this mid control that Dignitas are presenting so far. Now Smith's going straight into the underpass once again. Did pick up a kill from this last time, but unfortunately for him, all 5 members of Dignitas heading towards A, looking to do that set piece once again.
Yeah, the fast one.
And yeah, it is fast because KRB's forward on the ramp. He's already through. Smoke's now just landing, and he's made it the sandwich already. They need to find Shox inside the smoke. But again, RPK is in that exact same position. This time, he's found out. He doesn't stay quite so passive. As a result, though, it does come back to Titan with Shox getting 2. Finally, he's gone, and now the smokes hold them out. But watch for Smiths. He's come around behind. If he can come up the ramp right now on this plant, he could cause things to be awkward. No, Pimp gets him, but still Maniac with 2 kills on the retake. Puts Pimp in a 1-on-2. And they know where he is over toward Tetris. How can they play this pop flash out? Does Pimp get blinded by his own? He still manages to catch both, thankfully, because it could have been awkward. Does he now get existence? Who's up close? Just the pistol to go against him, and it works. And they're going to pick up another round, Titan, number 8. Yeah. And they'll force another save for Dignitas. They'll force it, obviously, going into round 15, but it's going to be grim.
I think Pimp will be a little bit disappointed in himself there. He probably thought he had that one when he saw the PT-50 coming out at the end. Great play from Shoxy. That's a really strong defense. He's stepping up so big in the last 3 rounds or so. But Titan are holding on now and finally showing some decent form, being able to defend that A take. And we go into the last round now, 9-15. They keep getting bombs down every single time, though. So Dignitas money still pretty strong here. Full buys for them. And just a solo AWP in existence, once again heading towards that short area. This time he actually might have some confrontation.
Pimp, though, able to win the first kill. Smiths, we've seen him do that push before, gets immediately behind him. Dignitas still find the advantage until right there. Shox able to trade on KRB. Both of the opening killers on Dignitas are already dead. And that leaves us in 3 versus 3. Bomb with MSL and Nico and AZ all at the top of mid. That bomb's been thrown forward. That's easy to control if they can get another op shot from existence. Instead, it's Smiths that comes out. Nico comes back with 2, and it's a 1-on-1. If he can get to this bomb safely before existence repeaks, there's a chance. And he's down below him with 11 HP, and existence has to use just the pistol in this situation. He'll Molotov off connector, but smartly So Nico will immediately extinguish the flames and try and find his way through without being spotted, but he is. And Titan responding after being down 3 rounds to get 9 total.
Yeah, they won so many scrappy rounds that could have gone. It felt like a lot of those rounds that Titan won at the end were in favor of Dignitas to start off with. But then just sort of, they got lucky, I would say, on 3 of those rounds.
Well, that's 6 in a row for Titan at the end. We talked about them not really adapting well enough in the first 7 rounds or so. To be fair to them, they did start working out what the problems were, changing up the setup, getting existence on the short, shoxing the connector, and I don't think you can take that away from them. The fact that some of the rounds, yes, were scrappy, they were getting back into it, but at least they were getting themselves in a position where the rounds could be won. Before, when they lost 5 in a row, it looked like they just had no idea what to do to actually stop that Dignitas approach. But let's have a quick look at the scoreboard now. You can see existence, Shoxy stepping up pretty big for their team there. AZ, he was our featured matchup there against Shox. He's actually leading the score for Dignitas as well. So 9-6, reasonable half for both teams, I guess. I don't think anyone will be particularly happy with that. I think Dignitas knew they probably could have got a bigger lead there after winning 5 in a row. Some of the highlights now from existence, pushing on that short area. 3 frags of him.
Here we go, though.
Now we go back into the game. So this time, Titan will be on the T side. Let's see what they bring to the party. So 2 players there with smoke grenades, flashbangs, HEs. Oh, seems like we will not be going.
Yeah, pause. Monitor problem apparently for Shox.
No, for
Maniac. Oh, for Maniac, yeah. He probably can't even see, hence why the problem. So Shox is typing on his behalf.
Smart thinking back there.
Right, seems like he's back. So let's see if I can work out anything before we do get live here. So Dignitas, 3 sets of armor for them, pretty normal so far. Diffuse K and KRB, 4 sets of armor. So pretty standard in the CT side of the game. And we can see 3 sets of armor for Titan and Existence and Shoxy picking up the utility for them. All 5 players heading towards A, so I think we can safely assume this will be a set piece take onto the A site. 2 smokes being utilized, probably towards jungle and CT spawn. Flashbangs going over and execute from Palace, it seems.
He's going to have to be careful. He's checked underpass, but he's far away from the A site. Luckily, he gets back before the execution hits, but he'll be on the outside of the smokes. How's the take go? As MSL is already taken down from Smiths. Maniac's going to push forward as they've lost the initial killer. And Easy's doubled back up, so his re-entry is spectacular, all due to the fact that there's no smoke on jungle, and he's got the vision to do so. Bomb's planted nonetheless, and the Favorsome comes back in the way of Dignitas. But Titan has found 2 cents as Existence and Shox will find Kirby, and AZ wants for Nico to try and do something of it. Not going to happen. Existence there to find the kill, and Titan now have 10 and a second pistol, which should give them quite a hefty lead over Dignitas.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal, actually. Getting both pistols on Mirage normally sets you up for a very favorable game. You can see them actually getting 3 MAC-10s here, and that could be a problem. If Dignitas decided to force up into this, which they won't, it should be okay. But 3 MAC-10s, and looks like 5 players heading towards B, so you'd assume a full-on B rush coming in here, just bouncing around, utilising the MAC-10s to their full flavour. But look at the CTs, they're actually stacked towards B. They're going to be ready for this.
If it even transpires, because they've slowed it down. If Titan go in here blind, they'll send one, or will they go all together? They will. It looked like Smiths might want to get the information instead. In they pour, over top of their own Molotov. Smiths drops in, and now he realizes, guys, we've got a problem. There's more than we thought here, but they're still going to get the kills. That's the important part, as it does end up with 4 versus 2. MSL and Nico, the only 2 remaining, as Bomb will go down for Titan. They may just have avoided potential danger, or have they? Nico and MSL finding kills. It Shox to silence at least one. If MSL can make something of the first entry kill against Shoxy, it may still come back in their favor, but not to beat.
Yeah, unorthodox buy to say the least. 3 MAC-10s, not something you see too often, but they made it work, getting into B quickly, and even the stack was there. They did make it a pretty favorable situation. Got a little bit hairy towards the end. 2 frags coming there from MSL, but headline is Titan survived that round and get AKs this time. It's going to be the full eco from Dignitas, picking up 250s across the board. 1 flashbang on AZ as well. But no presence towards B whatsoever, and that's where the terrorists seem to be heading very fast as well.
Flashes over top to enter this time, but it's the opposite. A little bit different than last time, so perhaps the right call from Titan. Stacked it once? Nah, they won't stack it twice. We'll just walk in and get a bomb plant. They'll leave Maniac in middle to cut off the rotation. He's successful in first 2 attempts. Do they go and recover that Galil instead of taking more shots in and attempts to ward damage on Titan? Looks as though they wanted to. But RPK's found them in the act and disallowed that opportunity. Just left the Pimp. And we're going to see 12-6, Titan doubling up on Dignitas. However, they are on the CT side and guns will come out. If Titan can also pick up the first gun round, that might just be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, then Pimp does have the Galil in hand. Sure, it's going to be long for this world though, as it does get taken down by RBK, but this is when it gets really interesting now. As you said, Titan getting a very decent amount of cash on the board. Shoxy with almost 10k there, and the Mac 10 in hand. I would probably just say, might want to upgrade that dude because you've got so much cash there. Let's just not risk losing this round because you've got one of those guns in your hand. But
Here we go. He's using it.
I probably wouldn't do this, but what do I know?
A setup coming from Titan here.
They get in unscathed. They've got MSL and Shadow that they have to deal with. In fact, I take that back. He's actually up on top of the balcony, which would be Maniac to contend against him. As AZ spotted now that they're coming ramp. Little pop flash from him to try and help MSL. It does allow him to get one, and now AZ's going to follow that up, but he can't hit the second shot. Does massive damage, but can't take down Maniac in the end. Maybe he will in the second effort and is successful. Nico before that as well with the AWP. Really brought things in Dignitas' favor, but don't discount Shox, who's found Nico.
And then AK.
No bomb. That's the bigger problem, though. As AZ has control of that, so Pimp comes over to CT stairs. They've got money, quite a bit of it, in fact, in Shox's case, 9,300.
Yeah.
And this is only round 4 of the half.
Really much he can do here. The bomb is down 3 CT to find. Time is in his favor to give some sort of good news for him, but he's just trying to find one frag just to give him some sort of chance here. Pimp seems to be the most logical choice. They are just going to flash him off, and they're aware of what he's up to, I think. Just going to hold back as much as possible, force him to pick up the bomb, and then potentially plant it before they even show themselves.
Shox is exposed to Kirby. Fires a warning shot, but more importantly gets the information for his team. Shox, though, what a shot. The guy's got skill, you'll give him that. Unfortunately for Titan, they aren't going to pick up the first gun as well.
Yep.
So Dignitas have a chance to get back into this.
Couple of nice flashes from AC and MSL, pretty much stopping the momentum from the push from Titan, and those two guys picking up the first 3 kills. That was pretty much the end of it.
Well then, Dignitas do answer back, but like we said, the money was so great for the T side. Shoxy will be dropping a couple of guns there. Existence actually on a Tech 9 there. It's not as strong as we maybe first thought. The bomb makes his way towards the underpass. And looks like the T's just feeling out the map. Shoxy going for a pick and palace.
Nico getting information, does spot RPK with that jump from window. Nades come in against him, but it's only going to lose him 3 HP. RPK on the edge. Takes a lot more away, 10 times that, but that still leaves him with 70 health. That's more than enough for Nico, who's gotten the first kill. Smiths to respond, gets AZ. Now they've got control of Connector. Can they exploit it? They have, because Shox taking MSL opens up A site entirely. Kirby's pushed all the way through the B apartment, so look for him to be on the flank as Pimp and Nico work together to try and retake from Connector. They'll slow it down just a little bit to allow Kirby in position, but Maniac's going to hear Kirby coming if he's not careful, and not only that, Existence has found 2 kills. Well done by him to give Titan potentially their 13th round, and it is going to be the case. Not only that, money not looking good for Dignitas yet again.
Yeah, that's the huge problem here, because with Titan being so close to closing this one out, and you know you have to take an inkill on the chin, potentially 2 if you want to have a really decent buy here. It's going to be dire straits with Dignitas. It's a very difficult situation as the in-game leader to try and work out how you're going to approach this one. So they will be doing the full eco. I think 2 PT50s as we bought for Nico and Pimp, but a round you can almost say it's almost a guaranteed loss for them, just trying to bank on the next one. They won't have much cash down, to be honest, as well. It's going to be a horrible situation for the next round.
There we go, Maniac able to take down MSL. BK, the same effect on to Nico. Fires back at Shadow, a little bit hot-headed to see if anyone was there. Pimp's going to suffer a death to Shox. Bomb down, all 5 up. Not even much damage lost. A little bit there on the Maniac that time, but Easy in the corner. Not even going to be able to find one himself. Again, double the score. It was 12-6. It's 14-7. 2 to go for Titan. Dignitas need to respond right now.
This would be the round. Normally, if you had a better round to play, we'd probably saying, okay, let's take the double eco and make sure we have the AWPs, the M4s, but Dignitas has no position to be making those kind of demands. So they will be getting 4 Famases, no kits, 5 smokes, and 1 M4 on Nico, but a very difficult round and one you can't really see them winning here. As Titan enter round number 22.
Sharks wants the entry onto the A site, but he's smoked off as soon as he arrives. Timing is everything for the CTs to delay the push. They're going to put 2 in underpass right now. Titan to also try and get a presence inside middle, get a little bit closer to that connector point. Nico knows it, and he's forced out a window because they've smoked him, they've flashed him, and that gives them the inside work on connector. But MSL taking down Shoxy will slow down the take on one aspect, and Pimp getting Smiths. That's another one dealt with. Still, though, Easy has to come up strong. MSL's doing more than his part as he'll take RPK again, and Kierby's managed to rotate over in time. Very well done for Dignitas. Both players inside the site that were outnumbered, staying alive the entire round.
Yeah, I mean, Titan just basically running the same strat they did the round before, but this time around not getting the first picks, and that pretty much sealed the deal.
And you can see the CTs desperately trying to find some AKs on the floor there. They do get 3 of them, so they do find a lifeline after that force buy. And now we can see Titan picking up the AWP. Smiths has been pretty good this half. Can he do with the AWP? He's going to be holding underpass for now, waiting for any CT aggression. It's not going to come to anything yet. AZ just checking out mid, seeing if he can see any T's there. T's playing very passively, has to be said at the moment. Just trying to work out what's being presented to them, whether the CTs have answered back with any sort of pushes here as they make their way through B halls. The Maniac just trying to work out what's going on.
Smith was hoping someone would have taken a peek toward underpass because he was there with the op in a rather linear corridor. Would give him a nice pick for Titan to work with. As easy as the man is for the flash team. Let's hold that connecting point. Meanwhile, there's your opening pick finally for RPK to take down Nico. Easy. Flashing himself in. Gets a shot on RPK as a result. That was very well done because that equals it up and takes away a little bit of that mid-pressure the Titan was looking to apply. So instead, they'll come toward the front of the A site. 2 from short, 1 from Palace, and the Palace player already gone as AZ picking up his 2nd in the round. Both of them fairly significant in terms of impact as well. And now it's left to MSL inside the site, but he's lost his duel, and AZ gets overly aggressive to come outside the window, and Titan has Maniac pick up 2. As Kirby needs to try and retake A site. It's match point now for Titan.
So AZ doing phenomenal work there to even get Dignitas back into that round. Big picks in middle, good refrag, got the kill in Palace as well. Unfortunately, him and the teammate jumping out the mid window, and Maniac just waiting for them. Great patient play from him, takes down 2 players. And KRB will take him back. This is the play I'm talking about right now. They're not even thinking about him being there. KRB neutralizes the situation, but he's in a 2-on-1 at that stage. Unable to do anything with it. And now we go into potentially the last round. Dignitas has money, non-existent really. 2 scouts on them, CZs, 1 M4. But again, this is a situation where you kind of have to almost guarantee Titan taking.
They're gathering toward the B site. 2 scouts and pistols. Can they do anything at all? Kirby at least gets a trade kill. But goes down to RPK in the end. Maniac's going to cover mid as well, so watch for rotations to get cut off. But fortunately, in the case of Dignitas, no one's fallen to his clutches just yet. Meanwhile, though, Existence with the bomb down has also found AZ to give Titan just enough of an edge, potentially, to close this match out. Further that up with a Maniac kill and a Shox kill, and it's down to Nico. Gone he is. And Titan, after looking completely dry on Train, come back swinging on Mirage, which we thought favored Dignitas even more so.
Yeah, I mean, winning both the pistol rounds and then on the first half and later rounds, they scraped up a lot of those rounds that were super close that could have gone either way. I think it could have easily been a 9-6 for Dignitas on the first half on the T side as well. So those things basically added up, and that's where the scoreline comes from.
Yeah, much stronger from Titan in the second half there. Like we said, winning both pistols, managed to find a lot of momentum, and it seems that every round Dignitas would win. They couldn't hold on to and build up enough bonus for them to actually stay alive there. So Titan actually finding some footing now and a much better result than on Train, obviously.
We'll look at the scoreboard to get a better picture of the overall frag distribution. Leading the way so far in this matchup was Maniac on 25. Not that far ahead. 1 kill, in fact, ahead of Shock, so not bad from him. AZ, the only one that really stepped up on Dignitas.
Yeah, Maniac, not a player you normally report being the highest frag on the server, and he had some really smart plays there. One that stood out was the one that won the game right at the end there, just in that underpass area. Perfect play and a good read from him, so nice to see him stepping up and taking the top fragging position. So,
all right, well, let's look at the heat map as well. Yeah, this will give us a better picture of how Titan were so successful on their T side. A lot more pressure put in on the top of middle, oddly enough, for Titan, and a bit more kills as well inside the deep parts of the A site. Look at how much they pushed into CT to cover off their bomb plants.
Yep, that's right. So once they did get the bomb down, they're showing a lot more pressure there, finding kills towards CT spawn. We saw Titan actually utilize B a lot more than Dignitas, I thought anyway. So it seems like I thought they would have a lot more red marks there, but maybe not as many kills as I thought. But yeah, you can see Titan as well getting a lot more kills towards the top mid, suggesting the CT's pushing up and showing them a lot more presence. But
Shox,
as well.
yeah, Shox is the MVP, as we saw, led the kills. Actually, I take that back. He was one behind Maniac. Shox actually going to get MVP regardless. So,
but a lot of impact kills.
Big time.
Double kills, triple kills. Just, being Shox.
He was keeping his team alive on the CT half, I'm afraid. Like on the A takes, especially that T's were presenting to him, he was just in every position, making sure he got 2 or 3 every single time. They're really important frags as well.
We also have a highlight of round 4, I think it was. You talked about it before the game, not to. This was the execution where they go before the smokes hit. A rarity.
Because the normal way of attacking A side basically is that you throw the smokes, you'll wait them to land, and then you're going to flash and go in. But instead, what Dignitas does is they throw the smoke and they have Caribou all the way up front. As the smokes start to be seen for the CTs, it's sort of a surprise factor. And this is actually a strategy that a lot of teams have started to adopt ever since Dignitas started using this.
So there you see it. Like you say, Kirby's already in position to enter the second the smokes are thrown. They're not even over the top of the archway yet. And Kirby, in he comes. So it's just a really fast hit. Now this round also turned out interesting because the execution's swift, but watch RPK. He manages, because there's one close smoke, to get into shadow, and they don't see him. They assume it's already checked. 1 kill, 2 kill right now. Third of the low HP player against the wall, and that almost came back to Titan, but overall the execution was the highlight in that round.
The whole point of this is basically, there's 2 points to this. The first is that to make it harder for the CTs to counter it initially, and also to have those extra few seconds with the smokes once they've actually landed.
That's true. So it means you give yourself another 2 or 3 seconds, which can be very vital when the bomb's going down.
Just make sure Kirby doesn't get picked off on the way through. That's all. We'll take a break. We'll come back. It's map 3. Both series has gone the distance. We'll find out who's going to win this one when we get back.
I wouldn't be surprised we saw something a little bit more aggressive from the Titan side. They probably want to go and get that initial frag and work out what's going on.
Round by.
Go.
The kills, though, all go the way of Dignitas. RPK still alive. He could still make this work from underneath the shadow. 1 and 2, and bomb down. Low HP. It's RPK. As will MSL. And each find a kill as the bomb is in place. Front Shox, and he lines them up. Hardly losing HP, and he'll swap to the AK, so he's got more ammo. But Smith's be careful, though, because he is far enough forward. They got 2 on that last peek. He doesn't stay quite so passive. As a result, shot from existence. Instead, it's Smith that comes out. Nico comes back with 2, and it's a 1-on-1. If he can get to this,
could be a problem. If Dignitas decided to force up into this, which they won't, it should be okay. But
they won't stack it twice. We'll just walk in and get a bomb plant. They'll leave Maniac in the middle to cut off the rotation.